Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening by the time you're watching this video. So this is my video project script for the digital poetry interpretation. Now, the title of the selected poem is the La Juventud Filipina. Now, let's begin. Let's start. So, in 1879, an 18-year-old student at the University of Santo Tomas entered a literary contest held by the Liceo Artístico Literario of Manila. And the person who joined was not other than Jose Rizal himself. So he submitted a poem that would not only win his first prize, but would subtly or would shift the tectonic plates of the Philippine history. Like the poem was a La Juventud Filipina or to the Philippine youth. So to truly understand the weight of this poem, we have to look at the socio-political landscape of the late 19th century. So the Philippines was under deep Spanish colonial rule. So the priors and the colonial masters held absolute power. So this is often suppressing the Filipino intellect and treating the locals as secondary citizens or idioms. But Rizal did something revolutionary for his time. So in his poem, he openly referred to the Filipino youth, not Spain, as the fair hope of the fatherland. So Bella Esperanza de la Patria Mia. So this was a monumental shift. For the first time, the concept of a fatherland belonged to the Filipinos, not the Spanish crown. So Rizal's motivation was urgent. So he wrote as a wake-up call to his peers, and he saw a generational of young Filipino paralyzed by fear and colonial mentality. So through his verses, he was begging them to unleash their potential, and not potential in their arts, sciences, and literature, to prove that Filipino intellect was second to none. And he wanted to break the physical chains of colonial before they could attempt to break the physical ones. Now let's talk about the contemporary relevance and the 21st century. Now, Rizal called the youth the fair hope of the fatherlands. So in 1879 and 1879. But how does the chain or the claim hold up today in 2026? So, does it still resonate or it has become glitch or we just memorize for exam? So, the truth is, result calls in call to the action is more critical now than ever. Like the battleground has changed. Like the youth of today's are not fighting for Spanish fires, but we are navigating a landscape dominated by the hyper-information, systemic corruption, like in the governance of the Philippines, not to talk about that, and the climate anxiety, and digital warfare. This also includes the misuse of information or the use of AI. For me, I also use AI for the lack of uh, sufficiency. Now, let's start. So now let's look around us. Like we see, like we see the result spirit alive in the youth. Like this also leading climate strikes, organizing community initiatives, and using art and content creation to give a voice to the marginalized. And Rizal legacy isn't about being flawless. It's about choosing an active leadership over the passive compliance. So he changes the 21st century youth to stop scrolling through injustice and start engineering solutions. Now let's talk about the dramatic poetry, reading and interpretation. For one, hold high and the brow serene. O youth, where you now stand, Let the bright sheen of your grace be seen. Fair hope, my fatherland. Rise and showcase the spark of your genius, your profound, break the heavy dart that binds your spirit down, and let your brilliant mind be crowned. Go forth and run for the sacred flame of your genius. Genius should conquer the light and carry your name in glorious acclaim from the earth to the spheres of light. Fill every soul with the power of your arm. O youth, the crown of tomorrow's bright land. Now, those are the speech for the Jose Rizal.